I'm supposed to show y'all Bible thumpers how this world, especially Texas, is the Bible, and we walking in this motherfucker. Let me show y'all something. So, I, for some reason, I went to Corinthians because we have a Corinth that is next to Denton, right? The first, so I went to the oldest King James version of the Bible, and it said Corinthians 1. It says, I don't know how to say the word, but it had SOSTHENES or some shit like that. So SOS is a Morse code, right? Save us soon, right? Anyway, I mean, that was in the first sentence. You hear me? Let me show you something else. Just at Corinth. Wait a minute. Corinth is literally 7 minutes away from Denton. What do you mean is at the church Corinth? Like, mm-hmm. I'm telling y'all, there's something ain't fucking right in this bitch. And it's hidden in plain sight, but we don't see it, but we see this shit clearly. And if you're not from Texas or in the DFW area, you wouldn't notice that Corinth is literally next to Denton. But let me show you something else, because I ain't done. Because I told y'all I'm in the bathroom because I'm shitting on they motherfucking ass. Busting their ass to the white meat. You hear me? Since they penciled in some shit. Mm-hmm. In a book, which is a pen, but still the same fucking thing. Pencil, pen, Pennsylvania. It's funny because one of them you could erase and one of them you can't. That the newer versions of Corinthians says Thanksgiving starting at 4, which is the box 4. Because, they got us in the box square, frame, like your phone and shit. But anyway, I noticed that 4 in the updated versions of Corinthians, it says Thanksgiving, and then it'll say the script or whatever, because we living in a movie. And this is the script. Sure, you understand what I'm saying. So anyway, but in the King James version, it doesn't say Thanksgiving. It just says the quote, and it says "Thank ye," right? So then I thought about Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Like with the turkey and the pilgrims and the pioneers and the Indians and all that shit. What happens on Thanksgiving and everything like that. It just was like this. This story that they told us about them sitting in. I can't. Birthday is 6780. I went to Corinthians because it's 1 on 1. You know what I'm saying? Like Corinthians 1. So 1 of 1 Corinthians, right? So I went to my birthday, which is 6. I started at 6, 7, and 8. And I even kept 9 in there because I know what this is, 6 and 9, when you flip it and shit like that. So I included 9. I circled that. And I want y'all to read that shit. And I'm going to leave it on here long enough so y'all can read it, hopefully. Earlier, one that they can erase and one that you cannot erase. Mm-hmm. Remember that shit. Now, most of you need a preacher or a pastor to decode, because this is Morse code, what that Bible said. But you know what? I'm gonna leave it up to your discretion because I can't tell you what it means to you. I know what it means to me, and I'm gonna leave that shit alone because I just ain't trying to go there. But anyway, I ain't done. Since this is Showtime at the Apollo, you know, NASA Apollo too. I'm gonna show you what Apollo mean. But anyway, since this is Showtime at the Apollo, you hear me? everything is divided. So when they got to 12, because you know, if you split 12, you get 6 plus 6. So 6 and the 9. You know how they fucking flip it? But anyway, I ain't done. You hear me? Because I also down at the bottom circle wise, right? Like the wise owl, you know? Which is the mascot of Texas Women's University, which also is Wise County, right next to Denton County, going to Decatur. Since we catering and shit, you know. Duh. And then since we low, because I forgot I had underlined Chloe, so low. Since we low and shit, we going low and shit, you know. Down under, you know. And then when you flip it, I can't. Anyway, since we burying shit. And shit and everything, you know. In this here prophecy. And that's what Apollo mean. But then if you look at the Tin Man, which is Latin, since we playing Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz and they put everything in the motherfucking blender and spit it all out and shit like that and put it somewhere else. You hear me? Did you hear what I said? Anyway, I'm done talking about this shit. I'm just showing y'all that this here Texas is the script blueprint green screen of the goddamn walking Bible. Like this, y'all think I'm bullshitting? Wise County is really next to Denton. Let me show y'all on the map. That's all you gotta do. You know, the pirates map. You know that they stole. You hear me? Treasure map. That's what I meant. The treasure map. You hear me? Map. You know, when you put in Wise County, Texas, it says you're our home. But then when you, because they put it together and everything like that, it's Rome. So, but we roaming around this motherfucker, you know, but we are home. I'm done. I'm dead. I'm done. You hear me? And since we're journeying to a sacred place, you know, and it's foreign because the word pilgrim in Latin means foreign. Did y'all see what I just saw? Because if you seen what I just saw, the Tin Man told us. You know what I'm saying? But I'm done. Like I said, busting their ass to the white meat. The Pilgrim Fathers journeyed, traveled, and wandered to a foreign. Come on, man. This shit don't make sense, but it makes sense now. Cause they foreign. But anyway.